They did it again. Episode 3 of Solo Leveling continues to deliver on high quality animation without skipping anything of value from its source material. Episode 3 was clearly slower than episode 1 and 2, which was to be expected. So we needed some world building, and this episode delivers on that world building without feeling too slow or boring. We got a very basic explanation of Sung Jin-woo's new player abilities, his stat points, how this actually affects his real world performance, his daily quests, a small showing of the power of the system, being able to instantly TP Sung if he does not follow the rules of the system. I'll quickly go over how Sung Jin-woo's abilities work. It's very similar to any RPG that you're thinking of in your head. You gain XP via doing quests and beating monsters. Once you gain enough XP, you level up. When you level up, it increases all of your stat points by 1, and gives you 5 stat points to allocate into any stat you would like to develop further based on your fighting style. The stats that Sung has are also very basic, exactly what you'd be thinking of: strength, dex, perception, stamina, and intelligence. Another thing they haven't shown quite yet, but will appear in the next episode or two, is the item shop. When Sung kills a monster, he is given a set amount of currency, which can then be used in the system shop, which is only accessible to Sung. The shop has a ton of varied items, from weapons to healing items, all the basic stuff you'd associate with an in-game shop. But going back to the episode a little bit, a second thing they did really well in the episode was the mini introduction of characters who right now were completely unknown and unnecessary for the next episode or two. But after that, they will gain some major importance, like Che Hai-in, Choi Jong-in, and the director of the Korean Hunters Association, who we didn't see this episode, but we did get to hear about him. Although if we did see him, please feel free to correct me on that. I believe the most important thing we saw in this episode was what happened at the end of the episode. A very important and well done showing of what is to come for Sung. He enters the dungeon all by himself. He's afraid. He's unsure of his capabilities. He doesn't quite know if he can complete the dungeon all by himself. There's no healer. There's no attack party. There's no one. There's just him. But he says, hey, I'll try. But when he enters the dungeon, the exit seals behind him, very literally telling Sung there's no going back. The only way out is through. And that, no matter what, how scared you are or how unsure you are, Sung will always continue to go forward. And that is his strongest ability. The ability to push forward regardless of how he feels. That is the true power that Sung always possessed, and that is the reason he is a player. Well, that's all for this episode recap. This episode didn't really have too much to cover, so please let me know if you guys, somehow managed to make it all the way to the end of the video. If you did, please let me know how you liked the episode in the comments below, and if you liked the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It really does help smaller channels such as mine. Have a great day, guys.